All right, so y'all should all probably see a little something on your screen, making sure you say okay, that it's okay to record. All right, you guys. Hello, everybody. My name is Christina Wessinger, and I am super excited to be with y'all tonight. Your sweet leader, Kim, is at the beach, the lucky little stinker, celebrating her sweet hubby's birthday. And so I am going to come on tonight and hang out with y'all and talk a little bit about something that I think we all need to hear from time to time. And it's something that's near and dear to my heart. And I know it's near and dear to Kim's as well. And it's kind of a twofold topic. So it's a little about recruiting and about making sure that you seal the deal, but it's also about getting out of your own way. How many of us have ever stood in our own way of something, or someone or something is standing in your way of anything? Whether it be somebody with a buggy full of groceries is standing in your way in the aisle, and you're just trying to get down the aisle to the ice cream, and it's frustrating because you can't get by, right? You get a little antsy and frustrated, and you just feel stuck, right? So we're going to talk about getting out of your own way by sealing the deal and how to get out of your own way in your brain. Because I think a lot of times we are in our own way in our brain. We put up roadblocks that we don't even realize we're putting there. Because I think a lot of times you can probably agree that you've said words like, I've asked everybody, ain't nobody hosting with me. Nope. Can't get a sale to save my life. Can't get a booking to save my life. Don't nobody want to sign up right now as a consultant because don't nobody have no money. Everybody's broke. And without you realizing it, you're actually standing in your own way and putting up roadblocks as excuses, all kinds of in front of you. And you don't even realize you're doing it, but you perceive a little bit of a tough time as being the truth, as being what it truly is, even though it's really not. All right. So we are going to talk tonight a little bit about getting out of your own way, but mostly about how to seal the deal and how to go from just saying things at people to then kind of provoke an action, which I think we could all use a little action on our calendars and on our teams, right? So we're going to talk about that tonight. All right, you guys. So how many of you would honestly love to grow your team, but you're just not sure how, or maybe you're even worried that you lack the skill or the know-how? Okay, Robin, thank you for your honesty, Robin and Michelle. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, if you want to wave at me, just make sure I can see. If you hold your hand like about right here, I won't see you. Act like you're at church praising the Lord. Yes. All right. So how many of you were actually recruited by someone? How many of you were offered the business opportunity? Okay. Did any of you sign yourselves up like, hey, I think I want to just join Paper Chef. I'm just going to go and find somebody. Anyway, no? Oh, Michelle did. Girl, I love it. All right. Now, how many of you have ever said these statements? She's too busy. She's got a lot going on. I'm not asking her. Anybody ever said that? Okay. Thank you, Michelle. She works full time. She wouldn't want to do this. I've said that one before. She has such a nice house and she's got plenty of money. She doesn't need this. Y'all, if somebody's got a nice house, they got a nice mortgage. I'm just telling you. And they need a way to pay for that. All right. She's got a bunch of kids and is so busy. She's too busy for Paper Chef. Sometimes we know those people with 18 kids and counting. Y'all, they need some sanity. They do. All right. How many of you have ever decided for someone whether or not you think that they would be good at Pampered Chef? A little honesty bomb there. Robin, I love you and your sweet honesty. You are so precious, my love. Yes. Okay. I will hold my hand up to this. I, Christina Wessinger, the one who says, ask everybody every single time. Yes, I have decided for people sometimes like, not asking that one. I have, y'all. I admit it. So let's think about this for a moment. All right. What if those of you who didn't recruit yourself, those of you who were actually recruited by somebody. What if whoever asked you to join their team decided for you, decided for you whether or not they thought you would be good at Pampered Chef or could do Pampered Chef? Ouch, right? Like, what if somebody said, oh, that Angela, not asking her. I don't think she'd last 30 days. Y'all, wouldn't that be horrible? I would never want anyone to say that about me. And I believe the person who recruited me thought that. So let's not be those people, all right? So before we can ever seal the deal, basically, and secure team members and welcome new team members on our team, we have to actually make sure that we're offering to everyone, right? Like we talked about just a minute ago, everyone. So even if you have no desire to promote, y'all, all right? So hear me loud and clear. Even if you have no desire to be a leader on the team, a director, or promote in leadership levels, all right, we still have to offer. We can't pick and choose who to offer to, who not to offer to, because the truth is everybody deserves the right to make that decision for themselves, right? Everybody deserves the blessings that this business can offer. Everybody deserves to learn how to be debt-free and to change their family's financial dynamic, right? Everybody deserves that. And we have to think of that next time whenever we come across somebody that we want to offer to. So whether you are at a cooking show or a virtual party, you have to make sure that you're making those or creating those opportunities to offer the business opportunity. Okay, I'm going to say it again. You have to create. Sometimes you have to create the opportunity. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. So how could you do it at a cooking show? Anybody doing cooking shows right now, wave your hand at me if you are or are wanting to. Okay, Angela, good. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to kind of talk about how you can do it at both. All right. So for those of you who are doing cooking shows or want to do cooking shows like Angela, I want you to really, really pay attention, because I find sometimes at cooking shows it can be easier because you're like this with someone, you're face to face. You can read their body language, you can talk to them, you can smile at them, they hear the inflection in your voice, all right? So at a cooking show, you can play a recruiting game. You can play what I used to love to do called the ticket activity. It's so much fun, where you are letting people ask you questions, you give them tickets, and they get a prize. And I would tell people, and you're going to win a prize of unspeakable value, which was a Season's Best Cookbook. Woohoo! Right? So it's super, super easy. So that is my suggestion on how to create an opportunity at a cooking show. All right. And at a virtual party, you kind of have to work a little bit harder to create those opportunities, right? Because you can throw out posts all day long about join my team. It's so fun. I make money. I earn products. Yay. That's all fine and fantastic. But if the majority of the people are not seeing those posts, it's kind of like tooting in the wind, right? Honestly. So how in the name of goodness can you create those opportunities? Well, some of the things you could do are Q&A posts. Ask me anything about my business, and then list out a few of the things, a few of the questions you want them to ask you. All right. Let them know you're going to give them tickets for the prize or participation points, whatever you do for that. All right. Show pictures of you and your family. Like Amy is holding her sweet little baby puppy over there. I love this baby. So sweet. It looks about as naughty as mine, which is Precious with the biting. I love it. But yeah, so Amy could show pictures of her and her puppy having a good time, or maybe she's making something for the puppy, and you know what I mean. So posting pictures of you and your family and making a post about why you got started. People want to know why you personally got started. If you're using only stock photos or only marketing imagery photos from Pampered Chef in your parties, and you're not including pictures of you and your family, your pets, and whatever else, you fish you got, it's just not personal. So in order to really hone it in and make those connections with people in virtual parties, you really got to make it personal. All right. You can do one recruiting post or so per day. I usually do about one per day. But then in the evening, I'll make something funny or say something or do a post that is still recruiting based, but will elicit questions or responses or have people message me or something. So we've created some opportunities. All right. We've created them in virtual parties. We've created them in the cooking show. All right. What we call this in Pampered Chef, and some of you may have heard this before, we call this informing. All right. Putting posts out, that's informing. I'm telling you about what I'm doing. All right. That is informing. But now we have to take it a step further and actually do what we call invite. All right. It's kind of like a birthday party, a kid's birthday party. All right. I can send invitations for my daughter's birthday party to school and to the teacher and let her pass them out. And then just come what may, be like, oh, okay, let's just see if anybody shows up, right? But I have to take it a step further because I got to order some cupcakes and I got to order a pizza. I got to book the location, right? And I got to have treat bags and all these kinds of extra things. I need to know how many's coming. So I have to actually personally invite these people and say, hey, by the way, did you get the invitation? Are y'all going to be able to come? Kind of thing, right? And why do we think that's okay to do for a kid's birthday party or maybe a spouse's party or whatever, but we won't do it when it comes to recruiting? Why won't we do that? Oh, it's great at Pampered Chef. We have a $49 kit. If you want more information, let me know. That's so non-threatening, isn't it? Yeah, but it's not getting you anywhere, is it? Other than stuck in the same place every single month. All right. So at a cooking show, the way to invite someone to learn more about the business opportunity is at a full service checkout. And we can go into, detail about that on another training about cooking shows. But full service checkout is when you are like this, you are face to face with somebody and you can ask them one of my favorite questions. So, what inspired you about the Pampered Chef business opportunity that you learned tonight? But the only way that you're going to be able to ask a question like that is if you actually talked about the business opportunity. All right. Okay, sorry, I had to let somebody else in. So I can honestly tell you that whenever I have made those statements and talked one-on-one with people, I have actually signed people at the party. Right then and there, they would say, okay, I'll try it. Why not? And they would order their kits right there and order on their friend's party. How many of y'all would love that? If you were at a cooking party and somebody said, sign me up, let's go, let's do it, right? Wouldn't that just be like cherry on top of the best day ever, right? You have to actually give them permission to do it. You actually have to invite them and say, what have you got to lose? Let's give it a try together. What do you say? That's giving them permission and actually inviting them to do it. All right. Okay, here is a statement that I have actually made that you can make yourself. And I will, I will actually copy this. And I'm sorry, my messaging is just going nuts on my computer. I have a Mac and it's tied to my phone. And I thought I had this all turned off, but apparently I do not. Okay, so you're hearing all the dings and the messaging. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste these words in the chat right now that I'm about to say to you. Okay, so this can be made in person or on a live video for your virtual parties, all right? And I want you to hear how it would sound. And these are words that you can actually use this month because of the kit, all right? Something like this. Y'all, how many of you have spent $49 at Target or Walmart or other stores this week on pure nonsense that you did not need? Okay, stuff that fit into one bag and you got home and thought, what the heck did I just buy for $49, right? Well, you can spend that same $49 today and have a business that will actually make you money so that you won't regret those senseless purchases at Walmart and Target anymore. What do you say? You have nothing to lose. So something like that, y'all, and said from your heart with your own voice on a live video, or you can record the video and post it in your parties or doing it at a cooking show. I'm telling you, it's going to make a big impact. Statements like these are great, but you still have to seal the deal. All right. That's the words of the night. Seal the deal. The way you do this is by asking each person after you make a statement like that, after you have talked about the business opportunity in the parties, you have to actually ask the questions. And you can ask them, what inspired you about the Pampered Chef business opportunity that you learned at the party? Okay. The only way you're going to be able to make that statement, though, again, is if you've talked about the business opportunity, if you've made the post. You can't just randomly message some guest in a party. So what inspired you about the business opportunity? They're going to ghost you and be like, what the crap is she talking about? I have no idea what this girl is smoking, messaging me this mess. I have never talked to her one day. No. Right? So you have to actually message people, talk to people, then you're going to be able to inform and actually invite. All right. So you're going to hear statements like this, though, when you ask people those questions, you're going to hear, I could never do this. I don't like to talk in front of people. Or I could never do this. I can't do live videos. I'm so busy. I have kids. That's my favorite one. And I end up trying not to look at them like this. I hear, I work full-time. I don't want to quit my full-time job to do this. I can't do that. I'm like, girl, please, you don't have to. I don't have the money to start. That's a very common one. And the next common one is, I don't know anybody. I have no friends. Lord, if they don't have friends, y'all, you might want to run. There's a reason they don't have but 3 Facebook friends. But no matter what the pushback is or the reason that they give you, you can give the following statement. And it is true every single time. It works every single time. It might not work in getting you a recruit every single time, but I'm telling you, it gets them to thinking every single time. They say something like, I don't have the money to start. I don't know anybody. I have 18 kids and counting. Whatever the case may be, you can say, and I quote, girl, or Becky, Angela, that is exactly why you need Pampered Chef. Pause for a moment and they're going to look at you like, oh, and you can say things like this to some of those responses. You can do virtual parties if you don't like to talk in front of people. You don't have to do live videos. Maybe you'll want to work up to it. You never know. Our most successful consultants are those with kids and those who are busy, because you know how to allocate your time on a tight schedule. That's a good one. Or you don't have to quit your full-time job. The majority of our consultants are full-time workers too, and find this to be a fun distraction from a busy day. Or how about this one? How about if we brainstorm ways to afford the kit that you have your eye on? So which one did you have your eye on, by the way? Notice how you've addressed her issue or his issue, and then you've asked them another question to get them to continue to think. And then if they say they don't know anybody, well, this business will help you meet people. Now it's the most important statement. If that is truly their only objection, if they say, I don't know anybody, well, this business will help you meet people. Or whatever the case may be, okay, you've addressed the objection. Then say, now, why don't we do this together? What do you say? You don't have to spell out a laundry list of all the perks and benefits. And then you're going to get a free website for 90 days. And then after that, it's going to be blah, blah, blah. And then you'll want to sign up for Post My Party because it's really cool. And it's free for blah, 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 2 weeks and all this kind of stuff. We have team meetings and you'll want to attend those once a week. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just give them exactly what they're asking for. Address the exact issue. Come up with a solution for them. I know Kim has talked to y'all a lot about being solution-minded, right? So why don't we give this a try together? What do you say? You will be surprised at those who say, okay, well, I'm scared, but okay, I'll try, right? And that's all we want them to do. We just want them to try. Now, if it's in a virtual party, you can honestly do the exact same thing in private messages to those who are participating in the party and those who are active. And can I just encourage you to do voice messages? I know you will be tempted if you are typing to type out this long thing. And if they have to scroll to read, they're out. They're out. Because I'm going to tell you, I love all of you, but if y'all were to send me a book, Christina's not going to read it. I'm going to scroll right by. I'm going to ignore that message and be like, oh, yeah, I'll read that later. I don't have time for that. Right. But if you were to send them a sweet little message, I did this the other day and I was really, really surprised. You know what? I'm going to play it for you. Hang on. Because I was actually talking to Kim about this the other day. And all right, here we go. So this particular person had not joined my team yet. I hope you'll be able to hear this. All right. She had been asking me questions for maybe 2 weeks. All right. Okay, here we go. She had been asking me questions for about 2 weeks. All right. And so then I decided the other day, Monday, I'm just going to send her a little voice message. Hopefully you can hear this. I don't know. We'll see.
Good morning, Kimberly. Hope you are having a wonderful start to your Monday. Hopefully it's going to be a great week for you. Hey, I just wanted to send you a little message and let you know that I'm thinking about you and wanted to encourage you. I know that you are wondering, is this something I should do? Should I try Pampered Chef or should I not? And I just wanted to send you a message this morning and let you know that I'm here to help you and would love, love, love the opportunity to help you earn some fun rewards with Pampered Chef. So let me know what you're thinking and I'll be happy to answer any more questions you have or just help you get started. Hope you're having a great day.
Okay. Simple, easy breezy, right? Didn't give her a long laundry list of anything. And y'all, here's what she sent me back. It's funny you sent me a message. I'm actually at a market and we're cooking with Pampered Chef items. So I think I'm going to give it a try. I'm nervous about it, but I'll try. So telling you, the voice messages work because when you make it personal and they hear your voice, I could have sent her that in a text and she would have been like, it's just, it just doesn't feel the same. Right. But yeah, so let me encourage you to at least try to do some voice messages because it's really going to make a big difference. All right. And it would have been so much easier for me. And this is another reason why I say you have to get out of your head, because I was in my head that morning and I was like, oh Lord, I have talked to this girl for 2 weeks. I'm just not even gonna fool with it. And then I thought, nope, let me let her know that I'm thinking about her, because I was truly thinking about this girl. And I'm like, let me just message her. And I was like, I'll text her. And I'm like, let me just send her a voice message so that she can hear my voice, as crazy accent as I have. Let her just hear that, right? Because I wanted to let her know I truly was thinking about her. Okay, another thing that you can do when you are wanting to send someone or talk to someone about the business opportunity, you really, really are loving this person in the party. They're just rock stars. Tag them in a post in the party and let them know, hey, Becky, by the way, I'm sending you a message, a private message. Make sure you check your other folder. All right, so make sure you tag people and make a nice, simple compliment. Make sure it's true though. Say something like that you've noticed about them. Hey, I've noticed that you seem to really be having a great time in this party. What do you think so far? Okay, that's if you've just noticed that they're chiming in a lot. And let's say they say, oh, I think it's great. You'd be like, awesome. You know, I can't help but mention that all of the responses and interaction that you've been doing in the party is exactly what we do as consultants. You could be getting paid to make all of the comments that you're making. You would be great at this. Is this something you've ever considered before? Simple, easy questions and statements. All right. Pretty easy, right? I know it's easy to say, a lot harder to actually send those messages, because I know, again, we put those roadblocks up in front of ourselves and say, oh, I just can't. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to take away from the host, or I don't want to recruit my host because then I'm not going to have that party. I won't have those sales. Anybody ever said that? Okay, good. I know some of you have. Okay. All right, I'm going to give you some scenarios really quickly, okay? So we've offered the business opportunity to people in the parties, right? They say they want to think about it. They want to talk to their spouse. We've all heard these statements. Let me talk to my husband. Let me see what he says. All right. Let me feel it out with some of my friends and see if they'll, support me. All right. They want to see if any friends would book parties with them if they join. And then you wait. Or do you? Do you wait? Statistics have shown, I love me some statistics. I did not do well in that class in college, but I love statistics when it comes to Pampered Chef because they're true. All right. Statistics have shown that a potential consultant's interest drops by 10% with every 24 hours that pass. It is not badgering, and you are not being pushy at all if you gently remind someone or if you ask simple questions. All right, something like this. Hey, Donna, I know you were asking some great questions about Pampered Chef. And when we talked yesterday, you mentioned wanting to think on it a little bit. Let me ask, what questions have come up as a result of thinking it overnight? Asking a simple question. You're not badgering her at all. You're not saying, are you ready to join my team yet, huh? You want to see the kids? Here's the kids. Here's the link. You're not doing any of that. You're just simply asking if she has more questions. All right. Or something like this. So Susan, last we talked, you wanted to go over some of the benefits of being a consultant with your husband. What did he have to say when you mentioned wanting to give this a try? All right. So that's not a yes or no question at all. Right. So they could answer with, I didn't have time to talk with him yet, or I'm scared to talk with him, or my husband thinks I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but he'll support me, whatever the case may be. So when someone mentions that they have no other questions or that they think it sounds like fun, here is the question of the day that you're going to ask. You're simply going to say, all right, well, are you ready to give this a shot today? That's it. And make sure you put today on the end of that. Because if you just simply said, so are you ready to give this a shot? Oh, one of these days. Yeah, maybe one day after I retire in 18 years. Make sure you say, so Amy, are you ready to give this a shot today? All right. Or you can ask this. All right. If they have kept on asking questions and you're answering the questions for them, you can ask, so do you want to know more about why you should give Pampered Chef a try, or simply how to get started with Pampered Chef? Do you want to know more about why you should give Pampered Chef a try, or simply how to get started with Pampered Chef? Does learning some simple questions make y'all feel a little bit better about talking to people when it comes to the business opportunity? Good, 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 good. So what if you have someone who has been a month-long, 2-month-long fence sitter? Y'all, I wish I could say I had a miracle potion that you could pour on them and make them go, bing, I'm ready, right? I so wish I could do that. But how do we get them off the fence, right? Sometimes nothing is going to get them off. I'm sad to say. Nothing will get some of those fence sitters off. They are just habitual fence sitters, and that's okay. But sometimes folks just need a simple reminder of how soon or how much they can get paid. Sometimes you have to show people the money and have to give them numbers. How many of you are numbers people? Like, show me the money, tell me specifically what I need to do, how many I need to do, and what I'm going to make, right? I see you nodding. Yep, I see y'all nodding. Good, 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 good. So for those people, It's so important to work out the math for them. You could simply say, okay, Amy, if you spent $49 on a kit today, all right, and we started your launch party on Wednesday, or we set it up on Wednesday, we started the post on Friday, you added X amount of people, all right, you had X amount of orders, you got this much in sales, you are going to then make this much in commission by this date. How does that sound to you? Now, if somebody lays that out for me, I'd be like, oh, I did not know that. If you told somebody they could make $250 by the 22nd of the month, a lot of people would be like, and I don't have to show no skin, sign me up, right? Is it legit? Is it legal? Like, So a lot of people just need to know the specifics of how much. If they are just those numbers driven people, show them the money, show them the numbers, show them the stats, and let them know when they can get paid. Ask them if they want to be paid by the 20, I'm thinking of what day today. So today's the night. Ask them if they want to get a paycheck as soon as the 21st of the month. How would you like to get paid $250 by the 21st of this month? Because in reality, if somebody joins today or even tomorrow, they could submit $1,000 in sales by the 15th, could they not? Shared rewards party, anything else like that, they could do it. But guess who also has to believe that they can do it? Each and every one of you that's on here tonight. You have to believe that you could personally do it for yourself and that they could do it too. And when they see that belief that you have in them, they're going to get excited. All right. When they hear the excitement in your voice over something like that, they'll be excited too. All right. So I know we were all over the board on that, but hey, does anybody have any questions at all? You are welcome to unmute to ask a question. But please don't ask all at once because y'all are a talkative bunch. Woof, just kidding. I've enjoyed spending my evening with y'all tonight. This has been so good. But I will encourage each of you to make those opportunities and create those opportunities. Robin, you have a question?
Yeah, so I have had a few people in the past that were really good at responding in the parties. And when I ask, they tell me they're just not tech savvy.
Okay.
They don't know how, they don't even, in fact, they had to have me help them copy and paste. And one had to help me process their own order because she couldn't figure out how to get on and set up her account. So I'm not sure how to respond to that.
Okay. So honestly, what I would say to that is, how many of us had to learn how to do things in Pampered Chef at some point, right? None of us started knowing how to do everything. And none of us started already knowing how to work Consultants Corner. We all, whenever we got our iPhones or Samsungs or whatever you got, we had to learn it, right? I honestly, Robin, would ask them, how would you feel if I were to work with you and help you feel more comfortable in those areas? Would that make you feel a little bit better? Because I think they just want to know that they have the support and the help that they're going to need. You know, tell them they don't have to be techie. We have people on my team that do not do online parties at all. They simply are so old school, which is still fine. They are old school in that they will only do catalog parties where they are passing around the paper catalogs and paper order forms and cooking shows. So, I mean, you're going to have those old school folks, and you could say, if they say, nah, you know what? I have no desire to learn the tech stuff. Be like, that's okay. You could easily be a catalog consultant. What about that? Because there's ways around it all.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely. All right. That was a very good question. All right. Any other questions before we say goodnight, y'all? Y'all are all so sweet.
I had a quick one, Christina.
Yes, ma'am.
When you say that you're posting, because I use a lot of the in marketing imagery where they've got the post about recruiting, and it's asking things about your time in the kitchen and different things like that. Do you have favorites that you use that I truly don't get a ton of response from those. I do get more response from reaching out, but do you have a favorite, like just a question you put up or something? You said you have more interactive things. So could you share some of those that you use?
So honestly, one of the ones that I do is I took a picture of myself wearing my apron.
Mhm.
And I held up a spare apron.
Oh,
And
that's cute.
it was the apron post. So I went on Canva. I know not very income producing, but I needed to make it personal. So I did a picture of myself holding up another apron. And I said, I'm saving an apron for you. And then I had the picture of the other aprons on the graphic. And the post was, answer these 2 questions for 5 extra tickets. Number 1, which aprons do you think I have worn in my 16-year career with Pampered Chef? And number 2, which apron would you wear if you were to choose one? And it's that hobby, virtual,
Right.
you know, that thing. So yeah, I would just make it personal, and you don't even have to do all the other aprons. You could just list it out. Just hold up a picture of yourself, or not hold up a picture, but take a picture of yourself with your apron on, holding up another apron, you know, just make it personal to you and be whatever, you know, just make it fun. And you could even do one, this is just off the top of my head, wearing your apron and maybe holding the first product you got in your kit or something that you loved from your kit. I love that when I put on this apron, I got this product in my kit, along with, you know, whatever other, and you could put a picture of the kit there and say, which of these products do you think would be your favorite from this kit? And maybe do the ultimate kit or something like that. Or another one you could do to make it personal is a picture of yourself with the Cool and Serve and the cast iron skillets. So are y'all team this or that? Then when they reply, you're gonna message them, girl, did you know you could get that in a kit and a business for 49 bucks? You could try Pampered Chef this month for $49 and get yada, yada, yada.
I like that, especially with the kit specials. I like that idea.
Yes, girl. Anything to tie it to where they're commenting. It's not baiting them by no means, but anything to get them commenting. Are you team this or that? You know, that would be really cute with you in the picture. Okay. Because you're adorable. Take pictures of yourselves. Very good question. Very good. All right. Got time for one more question. If anybody has one. Amy, you got one?
Yeah, this is my first week.
Yeah.
So,
Congrats. I'm so excited for you.
thank you. So what I am so sorry. I have been online since I got home and my dogs just aren't having it tonight.
Well, it's ferocious.
So I made reels of myself cooking with my air fryer.
Yes.
And I put them on my Instagram account and then I posted them in the party.
Love it.
One was talking and one was not. Do you have a preference which one you get more responses from? I have a business online and I make reels for it. So
Yeah. I do not have a preference. Honestly, I think short and sweet and fun always gets the views, always, and responses. I've done videos where it was, or I've done reels where it was just the camera was right up on the manual food processor and I just smiled, put an onion in there and whack, 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 and did like that, and it was over. And people were like, oh my gosh, I love that thing. You know, that was it. So yeah, either way, as long as it's you and it's personal, that's the best thing ever. Love it, love it. Well, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It was so good to see each and every one of you. I hope I'm going to be seeing some of y'all. I wish all of you, I know it won't be all of you, but I hope I'm going to be seeing some of y'all's gorgeous, precious faces and hugging some necks next month. Wave at me if I'm gonna see you. Hey, yay! I'm gonna see some. I'm so excited. Oh, Amy, I'm sorry. And Angela, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I won't see some of y'all. But oh, and Robin, I'm sending, okay, I'm gonna just send y'all a big old group hug right here, right here. That's so sweet. Love y'all. All right, you guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. You are so welcome, Robin. Y'all are so precious. And I will tell Kim, y'all were all so, so sweet. Y'all have a great night, and we will see y'all next month. Good night, y'all.